So for the longest time, I've been using this keyboard that you see here. This is a Carbon 49 from Samson, and it has worked perfect for me ever since I've used it, and I've really never felt a reason to actually change it because it has everything that I need. All the keys work fine, and it's a really popular keyboard amongst producers. I've seen a lot of guys actually using the Samson Carbon 49 keyboard, and it's very, very lightweight, and you can carry it around no matter where you're trying to go, and it's just a good tool to have in the studio. And a MIDI keyboard is a producer essential. Everyone has a MIDI keyboard if they're actually a producer and they compose music. But a few weeks ago, I actually got to try out the Roland FP-10, and this is an expensive keyboard. You can buy 10 of these for the cost of the one. That's actually the one you see over here. It's too big, I cannot hold it in my hand. It's a very huge keyboard. So the Roland FP-10 has 88 keys, and this one has 49 keys. So that is 2 times the amount of keys you're getting on the Roland FP-10. So it is huge in size, it is very long, and it's bulky, and it's very heavy as well. And what I like about the keyboard is that it's not just a MIDI, but you can also play sounds from it. It comes with sounds on it, and it comes with 2 speakers that can play sound. So even if you're not connected through MIDI, you can actually just use it on its own. You can take it for performances and all that. So it's actually a really good tool to have. So now, what is the difference between the cheaper keyboard and the most expensive keyboard? So when I first used it, I really felt a difference from the one that I was accustomed to, the cheap one, because most of my producers friends usually use the entry-level keyboards as well. But when it comes to the FP-10, that is more like a professional keyboard, and hence the price that is so expensive. And it comes with a lot of features that just help you play much better, and the build quality is very strong and very genuine, and the keys feel really solid. And what I love about the keys is that they are really smooth and soft to the touch. The lower keys are much more heavier than the lighter keys, so that's actually a really cool feature that I didn't know was there, but I actually felt when I was playing it, and I noticed that, wow, this is actually something really dope. So just by the touch, without looking, you can feel where your hand is. You can actually feel the gradient in heaviness with the keys. They are very soft, but the response is not as fast as the cheaper keyboards because they slap back really quickly because they're more plasticky. But the FP-10 has kind of a more, they call it a more ivory feel to it. So the keys don't feel really plasticky, but they actually feel solid, like it's something really strong, and your fingers get really comfortable by playing it. The only downside to the more expensive keyboards like the FP-10 is that you cannot do finger drumming on the keyboard because the keys themselves do not really slap back quickly and come up so that you can hit it again when you're trying to do finger drumming. So that's where the cheap keyboards work out, because if you want to play drums and you want to play quickly on the keyboard, if you don't have a drum pad that you can use for drums and you want to use your MIDI keyboard, then the more expensive keyboards are not really built for finger drumming. So that's what I noticed, because when I usually play my percussion or some drum sounds, I like to finger drum on the keyboard. So I found that it was a bit slower on that because it's much more smoother, and it's meant for piano playing more than it's meant for you to actually play drums, because it doesn't come with drum sounds inside it. It only comes with piano sounds and some EPs and some strings as well. And overall, I really enjoyed playing keys on the FP-10. It's just really smooth, it's comfortable on the wrists, you play it really nicely, and even the onboard sounds as well, they sound really good. You can actually take those sounds straight out and record them and use them if you don't want to use the normal samples that you have in your sample kit. So when you're getting that keyboard, you're not just getting quality, but you're also getting extra sound, and you're also getting something you can take out to go gig out with and play without connecting it to any computer. So you have all those advantages. And if you have a good keyboard player that you might want to invite to your studio and work with you, that is the best keyboard you can present to them, because they'll really be comfortable and they'll enjoy working with you. The cheaper keyboards are fine for mobility if you're just starting out, and if you're not really a professional keyboard player and you're just trying to use it just to play simple keys, simple chords, and just produce quickly. So that's the thing. But with the FP-10, it's more for the keyboard and piano enthusiasts, people that really want to play the keyboard and enjoy the experience of actually playing a keyboard. So that's what I would recommend. So would I recommend the FP-10 over the Carbon 49? It just all depends with what you're trying to do. What kind of a producer are you? The FP-10 is meant for the more seasoned piano player, the person that really enjoys playing piano most of the time. But if you're going to be clicking your mouse and just pressing one note here and there, then I don't think that'll be the best keyboard for you to get, especially because of the price as well. You won't really get the value of the price unless you're a person that likes to play keyboard in the studio and also go out to perform and take that keyboard with you without having to now take your laptop with you. You can just take it with you and you just put put it on power, and there you go. You start playing because it has onboard speakers and everything. So that's what you get with the FP-10 that you don't get with a cheaper MIDI keyboard. So I want to know what you think about these two keyboards. Would you actually buy the FP-10 if you had the chance to buy the FP-10, or would you stick to the more cheaper versions? Let me know down in the comments. I want to know what you guys think about this issue, and I want to know what kind of keyboard you're using as well. Comment down below and put the name of the keyboard that you're actually using right now. I want to thank the good people at Roland for letting me use this keyboard for a few weeks just so I can see the difference between my normal keyboard and an expensive keyboard, and for me to be able to make this video. I want to thank everybody that supports this channel. I want to thank everybody on my Patreon, and also thank everybody that supports this channel. Leave a like down below if you like this video. You can also check me out on my social media. I am there. We can connect on Instagram and on Twitter. And we also have a Facebook group, Bedroom Studio Corner. You can join it and get to conversate with a lot of producers from all around the world. And that's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna see you in my next one. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.
I said that wrong.